What an amazing first port of call this is. Our first anchorage in Panama has really over-delivered. We have gorgeous blue skies now, we have white sand beaches behind me, and a flat, calm anchorage with turquoise clear water. What more could you wish for? This afternoon, we're off to sample the delights of Panama. We've seen a wonderful looking beachfront bar and restaurant just on the neighboring island, only a stone's throw over there. So we're all gonna jump on the dinghy and go check that out. Single-handed. Dinghy wheels are the best invention since dinghies themselves, I think. We couldn't cope without them.
Clearly I can't cope without them. I mean, look, it's a hard work, isn't it? I don't know how I manage sometimes.
Someone has to demonstrate how effortless it all is.
Wow, look at this place. Absolutely stunning. I have never imagined that Western Panama looks like this.
Welcome to paradise, with a bar this time.
No paradise comes without a bar. Rule number 1.
They've finally been getting the first mate's letters. Can't call it paradise unless there's cool beer on tap. A few beers later, lovely lunch. I think it's time for my afternoon nap. It's a tough life.
Just had a massive Navy ship sailing past us and Boundless, checking us out. It doesn't look they are stopping, which is quite good because we still haven't checked into the country. So that would have been interesting.
Well, the Navy boat is gone. Just gave them a wave on the way past. But so are we. We're out of here as well. We are currently pushing the boundaries a little bit with our check-in. We will, of course, check in to Panama, but we're intending to do that in Panama City, which is about 250, 300 miles around the corner. So it's much easier to check in there. That is technically not the way to do it, but it is pretty difficult to check in the northern end of the country, so we're hoping we can shortcut that. We just don't need too many drive-bys from the Navy on the way through.
Goodbye, Isla Gomez. What a fantastic first stop in Panama. Highly recommend to all.
It's a bit tricky navigation around here. The same things that make this island so beautiful is lots of little islands popping up and rocks around them. So we're following Boundless. It's the best way to cope with situations like this, we find. Sensitive captain checking in here. It's a bit bumpy down here on the south side of the island, and we have a southerly swell rolling in. We're going to tuck in behind a little island, and it's all down to that to shield us from this ocean swell coming in. Let's see what we get. You may remember from a previous episode, or 4, that we have some problems with our windlass jamming, always at the worst possible moment. And I've been racking my brains trying to figure out what could possibly go wrong. And I think I've figured it out. It's all me. I use a rolling hitch, or a double rolling hitch, to secure our anchor snubber to the chain. I just tie it directly to the chain, which works quite well in terms of holding. But I think as the rolling hitches are pulling tight against the chain, they're undoing slightly and putting a bunch of twists in it. And then these twists are being pulled up the chain and just being left at the end of the chain that we've used in the anchor locker. So I think I need some alternative here to tying the rolling hitch on the chain, some alternative way of connecting the snubber, and hopefully that'll be our anchoring woes behind us. So as always, the captain is the cause of and solution to all of our problems.
See, I've told you it's all him. Every time the windlass stuck on my watch, I wouldn't hear the end of it. But now we know the real cause.
Pointing fingers out. I'll fix it, I promise. The small bay separating Isla Parida from the neighboring Isla Parida was our home for a couple of days. 4 long beaches surround it, each inhabited by different members of the same family of indigenous Panamanians with whom we met. We decided to pay a return visit to meet Jose and his family, who live in their traditional house on the more remote Paradita.
Hola!
Hola, buenos días.
Tenemos regalos. So, algo para niño, para Diego. Niño, pero algo dulce. Y esto es chocolate. ¿Quieres jabón? Y sí. Perfecto. En bolsa. There's lots of hennas here, so they burn in coconut husks. This is how Jose calls his son and brother if he needs to talk to them. Wow, fantástico.
Muy bien.
Ellos pueden escucharlo. Oh. Fantástico. Necesitamos una por nuestro barco.
¿Se puede?
Blow a raspberry. Muy bien.
Adios.
Adios. What an amazing place. It's really special here. What an amazing experience to meet Jose and his family. They were so friendly, so welcoming, and they're allowing us to take a little walk, get some exercise, and explore their island a little bit.
So their family have lived here for years, and they are so-called the caretakers of this island. I'm so glad we have found it.
And apparently this island is for sale. If anyone's looking for a holiday home in Panama.
It comes with Jose and his family as the caretakers. So you wouldn't have to lift a finger.
Well, you would be stuck with us on this beach every day. Sitting tenants. Seems like Jose's been busy. There's a whole paved pathway all the way along here. This is the south side of our anchorage, and it looks pretty rough and stormy out there. We got a bit of that swell coming in, so I don't know how long we can stay. Hopefully just long enough to explore the island. This must be the owner's house. See, if you buy this place, this could be your new home.
Wow, look at that. You've got a little hammock for lounging. You've got bed, shower, toilet. What else do you need? And the $1 million view. This must be the penthouse.
Look at this galley. The first mate will be right at home here. I put him to work. And it's even got a little bar. That's where I'd be. The storm is coming in and we're a long way from the boat. And of course, we left all the hatches open. So it's time to run back and take care of things.
I just wish we carried more things that we can give out. Obviously we're giving our old t-shirts, shorts and so on, but I should really carry more coloring books, pencils and sweets for the kids. So if you are setting off cruising and visiting all of these countries, especially Central America, make sure you have plentiful, because it's always hugely appreciated.
Thank goodness we left! I did get the feeling we were on a bit of borrowed time in that anchorage, but as soon as we got out here, we're almost in the eye of the storm, and it's really coming on us. And look what happened now we got out here. Thank goodness also that we took the dinghy up. That was a debate we had before we left. It's nothing like the conditions we expected. I thought we'd just dodge a rain shower, but it's really bringing a lot of wind with it, this one. So the plan is, we're going to carefully retrace our steps back to the previous anchorage. So even if all hell breaks loose and the rain comes in, at least we'll know where we're going. Well, what a horrible upwind leg it was getting free of these rocks and out of the anchorage. The world has changed now. We're sailing downwind and away from the swell, and we've got the Genoa out to help stabilize the boat. So much nicer sail.
Well, yesterday we had 25 knots of wind, today we have none. It's either one extreme or the other. Knowing our luck, it's going to be blowing 30 knots just in time when we get to the anchorage. Let's see what the captain can do. He needs the magic blow.
Yeah, yesterday we had the option to sail, but we really didn't fancy fighting those raging seas. And today, no sign of that magic blow. So let's see what happens. We've got about 15 miles to go. It's going to be a short sail, whatever happens, and hopefully by about halfway we'll be able to turn the engine off and sail in.
It doesn't look like that the captain's wish is going to come true. There's no wind whatsoever. But the good news is I can already see Islas Secas. They are only about 4 miles away, so nearly there.
Yeah, I think we set off a little early in hindsight. My throttle finger was itchy when we were sitting there having breakfast. So, never say never, we're just under halfway right now, and the wind has come round a little bit, but we've still got to have the engine on. I think maybe, you know, Captain Optimist here, half an hour we might be able to start sailing, because we're not in any hurry.
He's still waiting for that magic blow. It's not coming, let me tell you.
It never does, but always the optimist, me. It finally came! I knew it wouldn't disappoint. We're only an hour outside the anchorage, but you know, we got something. Apparently these islands are private and they don't like cruisers like us coming ashore. So we'll have to see what we can do. It might be water activities only, but at least the water looks pretty spectacular.
Trust our luck here. Turquoise blue waters, white sand beaches, and we can't go ashore. Damn the private owners. This is like a child being in a candy store and you are not allowed to buy any. Look at that gorgeous white sand beach and we can't go on it. And over there's a fancy 5-star resort with a bar and restaurant, and again we can't go to it. Great. Thanks, Captain, for taking me here. I think it must be some sort of punishment.
That's right, the first mate finally got his comeuppance. All that first mates for justice nonsense. His chickens have come home to roost now in this beautiful anchorage. So we're both going to stay here on the boat and think about what the first mate has done. It's not looking too good. I just got the drone in the air to see what's around us, and there's a lot of coral heads in front of us. It's fine with the wind as it is now, but I'm really worried that when it changes direction overnight, which it usually does around here, then it'll put us right on top of them. So we're gonna have to get in the water and take a look around. Such a chore in this beautiful stuff.
See what I mean? He drops the anchor, then realizes it's a big issue, and now I need to go in and explore.
Yeah, but this time he's keen, and before you can say first mates for justice, he's in the water, mask and snorkel on.
Well, we have anchored a bit too close to the corals, but we just need to watch the weather. The wind cannot be blowing from the ocean. If it does, we're gonna drift this way, and there is a lot of corals, and the depth is only about 7 feet, so that would not be good. But it will do. We just watch the weather. He's still waiting for that magic blow. It's not coming, let me tell you.
Special thanks in this episode go to our latest patron, Patrick from Texas, for putting the wind in our sails. If not in the first mate's conch. Thank you so much, and here's to you.
Champagne for everyone.
If you enjoyed this episode, then please don't forget to tell YouTube all about it by commenting, liking, and sharing. See you next time.